Hello dear students, today we are going to start with the next article of semiconductors, that is transistor. In our syllabus or in our textbook, the article of transistor is given as the name bipolar junction transistor. Okay, transistor is also called as bipolar because it carries both the types of carriers. That's why as we take example of electrons and holes, both the carriers can have be used in transistor. That's why it is also called as bipolar junction transistor. Transistor is an electronic device which contains three regions. Okay, three regions and two junctions. The three regions namely emitter, base and collector. And there are two junctions are also there. First one is emitter base junction and the second one is base collector junction. Okay, as we can see in given diagram, these two junctions are shown in between emitter base and collector. Now if we distinguish between emitter base and collector, then we can see emitter is a heavily doped region. It is most heavily doped regions. Doping level is largest in three of them for emitter. Base is lightly doped and it is the smallest region out of the three. Collector is the largest region and it is moderately doped. We can say collector is doped. Doping level of collector is in between emitter and base. So these are the three regions available in transistor. Transistor contains three regions called as emitter, base and collector. Now if we see the schematic symbol of transistor, there are two types of transistors, NPN transistor and the second one is PNP transistor. Okay, here two N-type semiconductors are joined together by growing a thin layer of P-type material in between them. Then there is formation of NPN transistor. Similarly, in case of PNP transistor also, two P-type semiconductors are joined together by growing a thin layer of N-type semiconductor in between them. Now in this schematic symbols, if we see, the direction of arrow is not identical in both the symbols. So the direction of arrow in case of both the transistor is not same. This arrow actually denotes the direction of conventional current. Okay, as we know, electrons are always flow from N-type to P-type. Okay, and therefore current must travel from P-type to N-type. So this is actually the direction of current, not electrons. That's why the arrow shows the direction of electric current, the conventional flow of current. Okay, that's why the arrow will indicate you the direction of flow of current. So this is the difference between two symbols of NPN and PNP transistors. So what is the role of emitter in transistor? It carries large number of charge carriers, and these charge carriers are transferred to base, and base again pass these charge carriers to collector. So this is how the flow of charge carriers is seen in case of transistor. Current from emitter is supplied to base and collector. Okay, about 5% of current is gained by base and about 95% of current coming from emitter will go to collector. So based on this, the current equation for transistor becomes like this. With this equation, it is IE is equal to IB plus IC. So current in emitter is distributed with current in base and current in collector. There are two current ratios are also given in case of transistor. Alpha and beta are the two current ratios are also there in type of transistors. First is alpha, the ratio of collector current to emitter current. Okay. The second ratio is beta, which is the ratio of collector current to base current. So these are the two current ratios available in study of transistor. If we take the relation between alpha and beta with each other, then we get this type of equations. Alpha is equal to beta upon 1 plus beta, and beta is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha. So these are the two current ratios available in case of transistor. Now, if we consider any electronic device, it actually requires two terminals at input and two terminals at output. So there are 4 terminals must be there for that particular device, but if we see in case of transistor, there are only 3 terminals are available. Okay, so for that purpose, one extra terminal is adjusted by keeping any one terminal common with input and output. So according to this, there are 3 different modes in transistors are available. Okay, first one is common emitter configuration mode, second one is common base configuration mode, and the third one is common collector configuration mode. So these are the 3 different transistor modes can be seen while studying this particular transistor. Okay, so in case of common emitter transistor mode, we can see the emitter is common between input and output, right? It is most commonly used configuration for transistors. The second one is common base transistor. In case of common base, if we see in this diagram, base is connected common to input as well as to output. Similarly, in case of collector also, common collector mode, collector is connected to input as well as output. So these are the 3 different modes available in study of transistors. Thank you.